Hi, guys. Hope you're having a great day. We are moving on to lesson 3 in math today. I didn't do a video the day before because I didn't think you really needed it. It was just review. And this will be reviewed today, but it's something we haven't talked about in a while, and that is comparing two numbers. So when we compare two numbers, I just want to bring you back again to place value. So if we had a number such as 527 and 372. And we were going to compare those two numbers. We want to look at the place value. And we always start at the left and move our way to the right, just like when you read a sentence, right? You start at the left and you go to the right. So first we're going to look at the hundreds place. We don't need to look anywhere else. We can forget that these other things even exist. We can cover them up. And then you say, well, is 5 greater than, less than, or equal to 3? I say, well, that's pretty easy. I know 5's bigger than that. So we put the greater than symbol. Just as a reminder, this is greater than, okay, whatever the bigger number is, remember that alligator eats it, less than, and then you already remember equal to, I'm sure. Okay, so those are the three symbols that we're going to be looking at today. And you're always going to start from left to right, hundreds place, and then moving forward. Now, the place it can get tricky, just kind of like when we do ABC order, is if you have a number that has a lot of similar digits. Okay, when you look at this one, you have to pay close attention, again, starting in the hundreds and moving your way to the right. When we get here, well, those are both 5s. So that means we need to move to the next number. Sometimes I put a little dot by them just to say, oh, I've already looked at that place value. Then I look at the next place value. Well, those are both 7s. So I'm going to put a dot by those and I need to move on because so far my number is exactly the same. This time I'm looking in the ones place to find that 6 ones is greater than 3 ones. So again, I'm going to have to put the greater than symbol. Okay, pretty easy to follow. I'm not going to spend much more time on that because I think that you know how to do it. The last thing that they're going to ask you to do is your check for understanding page. Just going to show that to you real quick. So in your workbook, we are starting on page 317 here, going through just what we were just practicing. 635, is it greater than, less than, or equal to 735? And you go through those steps, hundreds, then tens, then ones. Down here, you have to see if Puzzle Penguin made an error. Now, you know that Puzzle Penguin typically makes a mistake. He says that 35 is greater than 245. And he says, I know this because 3 is greater than 2. And you have to explain, did he make a mistake or not? And you can do that really easily by making a proof drawing down at the bottom here. Okay, so you don't have to do any words there, just a proof drawing would be fine. The last thing I wanted to draw your attention to was right down here at the bottom, the check for understanding, where you have to explain how to compare 728 and 723. And I want you to go through the steps that you follow. They might not be the same as mine, and that's okay. If you need to do that on a separate sheet of paper, that's okay. If you need to do it by drawing a picture, that's okay. But I want to know, how would you explain this to someone? How would you solve this if you were having to teach this to a kindergarten or first grade class? Okay, so those 2 pages are your assignment for today. Shouldn't take you too long. If you have time and you want to knock out a homework page or 2 on the same topic, that'd be great. All right, I'll see you next time for our next lesson. Bye.